Hello and welcome to EPY 718. I'm going to go over the syllabus to clarify some specific things that might be confusing. I'm also going to hold Zoom meetings on the 9th of September and the 7th of October where you can ask specific questions, and we will really focus on the syllabus at that point as well. To get started, please read the syllabus first, and maybe if you need to scribble some questions in the margins that you'll ask at the Zoom meetings, but maybe I'll answer some of them in this video. Okay, so for what you need to know right now, we're going to be doing a lot of field work, although the field work you won't have to leave your house or your computer to conduct. Just like a regular course, you will be reading something each week and discussing the reading as it reflects to your field work in a discussion. All right, so what do we mean by real field work? By real field work, I mean actually that you're working with IRB approved protocols. That does not mean that you are conducting an IRB approved study, does not mean that you have an opportunity to publish from these data. It just means that you're practicing using an actual protocol, so you get a sense of what it might be like to be a research assistant on a real qualitative study that I would be, I guess, the principal investigator of. I want to actually go and show you specifically that link that tells you what the actual official legal exceptions and assumptions about not needing IRB approval because you are class projects with direct interactions. Okay, enough of that. First thing I want to talk about is recruiting your participants. I want this to happen without overthinking it, right? We are doing this from our computer and it is not IRB approved. Getting 3 students, whether they are high school students or college students, to participate in your study, I'm thinking is not going to be hugely hard, since most of us are in education, and at least those who aren't probably know a colleague that might be willing to be a participant. The book will talk about backyard research and convenience samples. That's what we're using. There are some ethics to it, and I'd ask that you not study your own children, that you not study your own students, maybe study friends of your own kids, maybe study acquaintances or colleagues, other students. You figure it out. I'm not going to vet it. This is our first experience with ethics. Informed consent. Because we are not conducting IRB approved research, we do not need written informed consent, which for this study, students under the age of 17 will be getting written consent, and they will have written parent consent. Again, for this particular project, you aren't actually doing this study, so you don't need to, but I've asked you to engage in that process and at least verbally talk to your participants about what they should know and be informed about in order to make a decision. All right, the other thing is, please do your field work in order according to the schedule. Jumping ahead and doing interviews before observations, or doing all of your observations in a row and not waiting for a week in between, is definitely not how I envision this course. If you want to maximize your learning, just stick to the weekly schedule so that you have time to breathe and reflect in between each fieldwork outing. All right, so